This is my second vlog what is that called? Oh yeah, it's my second vlog to talk about my hair and how I'm gonna lose it soon and what that means to me and how I'm doing in the fundraising. So I guess I'll start with fundraising is going well. I think I'm at about 1,200 and it doesn't show up in my account because 200 of it is in cash from my students, and then another like 200 or so is in matching donations from friends' companies, and I don't think that will go straight to my account, but it will go to the organization, so that's awesome. So I feel pretty pumped because this woman from last year who had done it, she raised 1,500, but like that took her a long time, and it came at the end. And then this other woman raised 1,000 in a day, but she was also famous and decided to do it on the spot. So hey, I'm feeling good about my goal. And then secondly, I am feeling really confident about shaving my head. I don't know what's changed in my mind, but I'm not waking up in the middle of the night like, oh, why have I decided to do this, and regretting it anymore. I'm actually really excited, and I think I'm gonna have fun trying all the new hairstyles, doing some shaved head designs when I have like short hair, and who knows, maybe I'll stay with the short hair. We'll see. Last but not least, people are still asking. A lot of people are getting more accepting of it. My parents aren't freaking out anymore. And friends keep sending me videos and other social media things that they're finding of other women who are just shaving their head to shave their head. So I can't like take credit to say like, oh, I'm making a statement about beauty. That's kind of secondary to the fact that I'm shaving my head because cancer patients lose their hair, and I'm raising money and doing this in solidarity with them. But as a side effect and an unintended benefit is that my students are going to see me, a younger professional woman, shave her hair. And I'm going to share a video here, and we're going to talk about it after.
What I really thought when I shaved my head, that I was gonna look in the mirror and really see myself for the first time, and that did happen. But then after a while, I realized you're never really gonna see your true self in the mirror. It's always gonna come out from the inside. It's never gonna be from the outside. I've been asking myself the question of, why is hair such a big deal to women? It's something that we see all the time. We have ever since we were little girls, commercials with women with like really long, beautiful hair.
I struggled with an eating disorder for a little bit, and that was based more on self-confidence and looking in magazines and wanting to be these women.
So I was always the pretty black girl, like, you're pretty for a black girl, you have nice hair for a black girl, and I hated that comment that would always follow any compliment I received. Not only was I being objectified by men, but I was being fetishized by my friends, and I didn't appreciate it.
I was very attached to my hair, and I started to do a little more soul searching and realizing that my hair didn't define who I was. The feedback I got was a lot of like, wow, that's really great, but like, you're gonna grow it out now, right? Because girls shouldn't have short hair. And so there was a lot of back and forth between me and like myself and being like, but I feel beautiful.
When I have short hair, I'm not hiding behind anything. I'm just expressing like my truest nature.
My intention was never to wow anyone or do anything for anyone else. It was more just to kind of
shed, for lack of a better term.
My mom's reaction wasn't great because I think she was associating cutting all your hair off with like something traumatizing happening, but it was actually just one of the most empowering moments I've ever had.
It also helped me grow in my confidence. I was able to embrace more of who I am.
I didn't do it and say like, hey, I'm a feminist. I did this and say, hey, I'm an independent person and I don't need anyone to tell me that I look good because I know that I'm a decent person on the inside.
The journey of finding my self-confidence, I guess, and finding the beauty that I found from a shaved head, I couldn't really anticipate it. It's about defining yourself and not letting the society or the world or the things around you define you.
Right? So that's a woman who was just bold and decided to take a leap because she wanted to not be defined as beautiful only because of her hairstyle. And so I want to inspire some of my students that way. I hope I do. I've been sharing messages like this with them too. And I really like how that woman described people that she thinks are really beautiful are shiny people. I want my bald head to make anyone who talks with me be like, is she pretty? Like, what's wrong? She is, but she's not. Or even just to question it, and then to question themselves or question me in context with other people here at school, and just try to say what does make someone beautiful and what makes someone a good person or someone you're attracted to. I hope that people will see that being shiny, as that woman defined it, is better than being the outside pretty. Actually, that the more shiny you are, the prettier your outside actually is. I hope that she's right, the woman in the video, that girls will have an easier time being who they want to be these days. There's also a lot of craze I've heard around the no armpit shaving anymore, and women dyeing their armpit hair, and all these wonderful movements of women just trying to be who they are. It doesn't quite happen here in New Hampshire. Maybe we can be people who start something here in New Hampshire. We're a little slow in New England, and it gets cold, and we all just hunker down, and we're not too, radical, but then we are. I mean, look at Vermont. Vermont started the civil unions. New Hampshire passed civil unions when it was almost a completely red Republican state. So New England and New Hampshire and Vermont in particular have always done things that surprise me. So why not have some crazy beauty women challenges of gender bending stereotypical definitions of beauty? We'll see what happens. It's hard because I live in a rural place, so maybe in Portsmouth or Manchester, Nashua, some of this stuff could be happening, maybe Concord. But and so I feel good. I'm feeling confident that my hair isn't the only thing that makes me me, and I don't think people like me because my hair makes me prettier, or pretty, or at all just like normal looking. I think they like me for me and my personality and an energy that I emit. And so I'm actually feeling really good about this. And a lot of the videos and things that I've heard from the women who have done something similar, and not the people doing for St. Baldrick's, because I think this is going to be even more powerful for that reason. The women who've just done it to do it have all said like how liberating it feels. And if I feel this calm and zen right now, I can't imagine what it's going to feel like when the day after I get to wake up and like touch my hair and it's gone and feel that fuzz. Like, I've always wanted to know what that felt like. I feel like there's always been at least one guy in my life who has had the like shaved, fuzzy, perfect, velvety head. And so like touching it from outside is awesome. And you're like, oh, that's so soft. So I have always wanted to be like, what does it feel like when someone touches your head that way? And I'm going to get to know. So even for that little thing, that's great. And then the other thing that will make it more powerful is that I'm there, and there might be people who have survived cancer at this event. There might be children who have survived this. There are going to be people who are there because of people who may not have survived. And I think that's going to make it a little more crazy. Like, I'm tearing up right now thinking about it. And the woman who has done this before last year, who's been like coaching me, she said that too, like, oh, you're just going to cry. And I'm like, no, I won't. I don't care about my hair. And now I think I'm seeing it's just so much more than the hair. And I can see why this is a signifier. This is a big deal when you have it or you don't have it, and all this feeling that's wrapped up in it. So it's getting exciting, and I'm really kind of enjoying contemplating and like having the time to really actually think about like getting rid of this hair. It's really kind of forcing me to come to terms with myself. And I like it. And I think it's making me feel like, yeah, okay, I like myself.